Oh my God, look what I'm after coming across in Girona, the hills of Girona. Who's this man?
Hey lads, I'm just going to introduce people to the concept of forest art.
What's your name, first of all?
Gerard Banks is my own name.
Where are you from?
From Ireland, from Cork.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
So I'm going to introduce people to the concept of sand art. So many people would understand, let's say, shamanic fire ceremonies or Celtic fire ceremonies. So where you have the fire pit, and obviously it's about energy and intention and all that kind of stuff. So we said we do it a bit more special, right? So this is a triskel, and the stones are actually, it's actually quartz, right? Quartz crystals everywhere. We swept away all it's interesting that the bells are ringing. We swept away all the leaves. So last night we were here barefoot, and it's barefoot to soil. The triskel is very important. The triskel is all about alchemy, believe it or not. It has an effect on your subconscious mind. So let's say you fire, water, and then when you mix fire and water you get steam. So the three things. There's a trinity in all things, all religions, all spiritual aspects. There's a trinity in all things. So this symbolizes that, the mixing of everything. So what we've done is, after a fire ceremony, many people forget that the ashes are very important. In ancient Ireland, the Druids seen the ashes as being very important, because that's where the alchemy and the energy and intention of the whole fire stays. So what I've done this morning is I've done a mandala with the ashes. So the ashes, all the energy and our intention of the fire last night went into it. But as well as the ashes are very sacred, the native Indians will tell you this also. And when you plant the ashes of a fire with trees or with nature, it actually fertilizes it. So this is a symbol of fertility. It's a mandala of fertility. Like that's, we have ashes as well going across the quartz stones. So the heat of all that is actually encoding soil here now at the moment. And it's a beautiful thing to do. So we've done a bit of a ceremony, the whole lot. So we have it on the outside. So it's like transmutation as you send positive energy and vibrations around. So this will actually make this area a lot more fertile. And it's a lovely thing to do. Yeah, so like in Ireland, believe it or not, even with all this Celtic wisdom or whatever, see, one of the biggest problems we have in Ireland is the fact that in schools they're teaching the Irish language using the English alphabet, which makes the same sense as going to France learning French using the Japanese alphabet. So the native Irish alphabet is very important. So every letter of the native Irish alphabet derives from the name of a native tree. So the meaning of each letter is the cosmic understanding of the trees and the cycles of nature. So it's just like people, a lot of people would say, oh, it's the language of the trees and all that. It kind of is, but it's a bit more than that. Like these are all acorns. Like an interesting thing that people don't realise, if you get an acorn and you plant it in the ground, right? If you plant an acorn in the ground, I'll plant one, right? Right here. Let's say you plant an acorn, right? When you plant an acorn, an interesting question to ask is, what actually grows the tree? What grows the tree? The acorn doesn't have a mouth, so what grows it? What's going on? When you plant the acorn, the acorn brings balance into the soil, so the soil starts to strengthen in order to grow the tree. So the tree grows, leaves fall, and the leaves build the soil. So the trees are like the doctors of the soil, and the Druids were like the priests of soil. So we know how from this language, you know how to balance soil and the whole lot. So this is a sacred gift to nature, basically, is what this is, and it's beautiful to connect it with yoga too, as well. You know, I think this is like yoga. To me, I think forest and all that is a beautiful place to do it, and with retreats and stuff. I think going outdoors into a forest is a beautiful place to do it. The trees produce the oxygen that we breathe, right? And we produce the carbon dioxide that the trees breathe. So you can do really beautiful things in nature, as well as that different trees, when we breathe in, the elements from trees actually can help balance our mind, and people are now realising that, let's say, the importance of nature and growing for mental health. And it's true. So even all this has an effect, the energy, and it's a beautiful thing to do. So in a way, what you're doing here really is you're creating a sacred space. And a sacred space is any area that's energetically charged. So this area is beautifully charged. And it was lovely to do it as well, even with, like, John Stokes organised the yoga retreat. So it was a beautiful thing to do, and it's a beautiful energy and intention. And it's a lovely time that we've done it too as well.
Lovely time because of the vote.
Yeah, the vote. Like,
the Catalan people.
The Catalonian people are fighting for their independence, and the spirit of the people are rising. So it's a beautiful time to actually do this.
And we were doing it while the voting was happening.
While the voting was happening. It's all very symbolic. As well as that, when you look at the Catalonian people, so they believe that they recognise themselves as being a different people in Spanish. And that goes back to the Gaelic chieftains, and it also goes back to the Milesians. So it's very interesting, even in Ireland. We're actually here respecting part of the ancestral line of Ireland, believe it or not. And it's lovely to, and look, acorns falling as we do it, like. So it's beautiful, and for me, someone who's deeply into the native Irish outfit, this is beautiful, you know. It's lovely. It's lovely. It was like waking up this morning. It was like Christmas Day, waking up to the woods and doing this with the ashes. Ashes are very sacred. They're very energetic. So it's the triskel. It's all symbolised around the triskel. So we done a nice ceremony, a bit of prayer, we done a lovely chanting yesterday, the whole lot, right? So I'll finish up with a poem that I wrote, simply, right? Which will make a bit more sense of all this. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who has got a pair of balls at all? I see a people on their knees, not realising they are as powerful as trees. Power comes from deep below, and it's into that power true warriors grow. A people fooled by politics galore, until some just people say no more. For into such power they will stand, invoking the ancestors of their lands. Aligned with the cosmos in all its parts, true power exists in awakening people's hearts. A nation of warriors is about to be awoken. The beating heart of Eru was never broken. For the heart of our ancestors beats in you. This is not philosophy, my friend. This is true.
Thanks, Gerard. I might plant an oak tree now, actually.
Yeah. Good man, John. Yeah. So everyone's going planting acorns here now, so just find a bit of room anywhere and just plant it, and you're planting intentions in the ground too as well.
Take a bit of this.
Yeah, a bit of ash. Oh, lovely lads. You don't realise how lovely a thing you're doing, like. You know? So those acorns will grow stronger than the rest of the trees. I'd say, yeah. Even over here there's room for a tree, definitely, yeah. But whatever, you know. As well as that, when you're planting an acorn, you're actually encoding the soil, so the soil becomes richer as well, you know. And it's a lovely thing to do. Good man, John. Look at John planting trees. Good man, John.
Cheers,
look.
Gerard. It wouldn't be possible without your intuition.
This is it, look. Isn't this lovely? We're in the woods and everyone's just planting acorns. Lovely. So will I keep this rolling, John, or what?
I'd say shut it off there.
Alright. Lads, thanks. We're just going to continue planting acorns here for a while. Thanks for listening.